collectors. Today we will be talking about Masters of the Universe, New Eternia Fisto. So here is Fisto, and we see he's got a little saber here and clad in this new armor. On the side we have this wraparound. We see He-Man tossing a creature and Fisto fighting them as well. And on this side we have an artwork of Fisto without his helmet and Fisto with his gear on, holding that big old hammer. On the back, we see Fisto with and without his helmet, his accessories, and that big old hammer. So we see that we also get the Flying Fist He-Man and Evil Lyn. So very cool. On the top is Masterverse. On the bottom is lots and lots of words and the UPC code. So let's get it on the scale and see how much it weighs. Okay, Fisto is coming in at 12.4 ounces. So let's get him off the scale and out to the book.
Hey, open, damn it, open!
So the way that these boxes are designed with this little front here and everything, it's actually better to cut it on the bottom. You got 1, 2, 3 pieces of tape. Just simply take them out and then just fold these out. And then you can just pull and get the full figure out without a fuss. So I'm put this over here, and then we have the little open part here at the top, and we'll just pull this, and it's very cool. Now we get the Masters of the Universe wrapping paper, the little bit of paper that is surrounding all of this stuff, and it kind of makes me sad to tear this open, but you know, gotta get to the accessories. But it would be cool to hold on to this and put some other loose accessories in it. Nothing else, right? There we go. Reuse, reuse, reuse. That's cool. We get a couple of accessories here, and we see we get a couple of snips here. But we can just take this sword here and see that it is on a snip, but yeah, not very hard to get that off. But the others will require a little bit of a snip. So let me get my snipping tool. And we can do some snippies. Snippy clippy, snippy clippy, snippy clippy, snippy clippy, snippy clippy. And we got one over here. So snippy clippy, snippy clippy, snippy clippy, snippy clippy. We got one over here. Let's see. No. That is it. So only 3. We are doing better than expected. All right. So let's clean up some more loose clippy trash. Put this over here in the recycle bin, or put it back in the box, whichever one you want. So we get this figure out, and we can see that he's definitely got that top knot going there, and that wild looking beard. This place for the saber to go, this sword, and we get this mechanical looking hand, get the gears and everything. Very cool. Very nice details. Now people are talking about Mattel taking over the DC license, and this is the figure that we might get. A style like this. And you can probably see that they would just reuse the technology that they've been developing for the He-Man Masterverse for the DC line. It'd be very nice. So this figure has a nice T pose. Bicep swivel, double bend in the elbows, wrist on the peg hinge. We do have some movement here in the chest, but more of a waist swivel, because we have this armor here that's basically preventing anything. We have a very good split. Forward and back. We get a thigh rotation, double bend in the knee. We have a boot swivel and ankles that go side to side, front and back. Now the head here is on a ball joint. So we get a little bit of movement. This top knot does prevent some, but we do get a little bit up, a little bit down. We do get right and left, but this top knot, once again, will hamper it. But the other head will allow a little bit more movement. See, this head just doesn't want to stick on. But right, left, get a little bit down and a little bit up as well. And it depends on which head you want. Me, I kind of want this one on there. Now, the back of the box actually showed that you can take this apart, and we can see here the hammer we can pull apart and actually take the fist off Fisto and replace it with one of these ends. So you can have him have like a drill hand, a big old man-at-arms looking club hand, or you can just go ahead and pick his fist and then put it on the end of the hammer and have that as being held, right? Okay, yeah. Righty. So as I pull this off and put the hand back on, because he's called Fisto, not drill hand, we can see here are all the accessories. This includes the sword that he had actually in his lineup. Now we get this saber here, and the saber can, like I said before, fit in the back. You know, we got no scabbard or anything, but we do have a nice place for that sword to go. Now he does come with an extra hand, and that would be used to hold the hammer. And, you know, you can see, very nice. So let's take this one off, and his wrist guard came off. So very cool looking Fisto for sure. Now this figure has been out for a little while, so remember, as always, to like, subscribe, and keep